So here we're going to do a problem in order to graph this equality. This is number 7 from your homework. X plus y is greater than 2. 2x minus y is greater than 1. So in order to graph, I first need to solve for y. On the top, I'm going to subtract x on both sides. So I'm left with y is greater than negative x plus 2. If you wrote 2 minus x, that's the same thing. For here, I'm also going to try to solve for y. So I'm going to subtract 2x on both sides. So I have y is greater than negative 2x plus 1. But then I have a negative y, so I have to remove it by dividing negative 1 on everything. So dividing negative 1 on everything causes it to be y is greater than positive 2x minus 1. Okay, so then what we're going to do is graph each line. We graph each line using y equals mx plus b. B is my starting point on the y-intercept. So for the red line here, I'm going to go up 2. The reason is here it's positive 2. Then I'm going to go negative 1 over 1, which is down 1, right 1. If you're forced to do the opposite, it will be up and left. So down 1, right 1. And I'll just do it again, down 1, right 1. I'm going to make a line. Because it is a greater than and not a greater than or equal to, it'll be a dotted line.
I always forget about dotted line.
Yes, that's not the right answer.
Okay. Guys, as I asked, please just until I'm finished. Next one. Y is greater than 2x minus 1. Same process. I am going to do y-intercept. Since it's negative 1 over here, I start at y equals negative 1. And then my slope is a positive 2, or the same thing as 2 over 1. Since they're both positive, is up to right 1, up to right 1, up to right 1. Hold your questions to the end, or comments, okay?
Isn't that a dotted line?
That's fair though. That's a dotted line.
Yeah, me too.
Now, what we're going to do is now test each part. Shank, just put away the phone. We're going to test each part. Now, in order to test, I need to pick a point that is not on either line. And it looks like 0, 0 is not on either line. So I'm going to first plug in 0, 0 into the red equation. You could plug it into the original one or the one you made. I'll plug it into, let's plug it into the original one. You do need to plug it into both, but one at a time. So 0 plus 0 is greater than 2. 0 is greater than 2. This is a false statement. Because it's false, I shade away from the red line. So since let's look at the red line, the green dot is below the red line. So I'm going to make my arrows going away from the red line. Hold your questions. Hold your questions. Hold your questions. So I'm going to shade away from the red line or from the green dot. We're going to do it again. This time 0, 0 in the bottom equation. I'll use the original again. 2 times 0 minus 0 is greater than 1. 2 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 is greater than 1. In this case, it's false. Not always true that they're going to be both false or both true. It could be one false, one true, or any combination. So the purple line, just look at the purple line. You can use your hand to cover up the red line. The purple line, I'm coloring away from 0, 0. So I'm coloring away, so I'm putting arrows here.
Oh my God, that makes so much more sense.
So then the shaded area is only where the arrows overlap. This area, there's no arrows. In this area, there's only the green arrows or the arrows coming from the red line. In this area, it only has the orange arrows, no green arrows. But here is where the green and the black arrows overlap. And because this is where they overlap, this is where you shade. Now I'll take questions.
For the shading, right, you said that you shade away from the point that you tested, don't shade away from the line.
You start from the line and you shade away from it.
But when you made the arrows, like you shade away from the point that you tested,
Yes,
so how do you know sometimes either would go up or down or side?
depending, so you look at each one. So the red line here, the orange point is below it. So you know you have to go the opposite direction above it. Or you could talk about like top upright. And the purple line, in this case, the orange/green point is above it. So you got to go the opposite way below it. Okay?
Is it
So
always
it's base
gonna
per line. Rachel.
What if they don't shade them together?
If there's some reason they overlap. By the way, if it's two lines, they will always overlap. When we had the 3 lanes one, there's a technically accommodation that doesn't overlap. There's always going to be overlap. You can't really technically have overlap. Yeah, it's going to be shaded and there's an overlap. I know. Yeah, but only one of the quadrants are going to be shaded in. Ever in these situations.
Mr. Tobel,
Gabby, go ahead.
can you please do number 8? Because I was really confused on that one.
Sure. Is it all right if I leave number 8 for everyone to practice on if you haven't done the homework? And then we'll go over it.
I did them.
Okay.
Cool.
And I got it right.
Because I
So
can't,
everyone try number 8 right now.
I can't seem to get number 8 to overlap the 2 lines.
Let's see if you're graphing it correctly. Does anyone still need? Actually, let me just do this. Save the picture of it. Okay.
I'm going on my phone to do it.
Sure, but it's also on the screen right here. Number 8. So you want to do number 8. Again, there's a lot of steps that are going on. You're solving for y. Then you're graphing 2 lines. Then you're testing 2 lines. Then you're shading 2 lines. So there's a lot going on in just one problem. Just check your answer with the back if you already did it. And okay. No problem, no problem. All right. If you got it right, I would just recommend start doing some of the other review for the test.
Oh, we're doing review.
After this problem, we'll start review.
Good thing, 'cause I didn't bring, I brought my things.
Do you need a review packet?
I brought those. I figured it out.
Oh, okay. If anyone needs a review packet, I still got some here.
You know when your mom like backs out on your plans like the night, the day, like, you know when she makes plans to you and then like.
You guys keep working it. I'm just gonna silently work up here. If you need to look up, that's fine.
You know, when my mom, like, your mom's probably also does like this, every mom does. I think you'll be into your mom, but then she's not. You're so excited to do it already.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna love this.
Okay, that doesn't happen with you. That's not supposed to happen with you to your mom.
No, I go with you.
And my mom, so she told me yesterday, we're gonna get our nails done and we're gonna make eyebrows.
And she probably said up to the
No, she's like, I'm too lazy. Just come on the mood. So she promised me today, but then we're gonna go and it's gonna be like, I'm not really in the mood, you can just do it by yourself.
I hate it. It's like, not only do it by myself, I have to do with you.
It's so annoying. Like,
You said, Tomo, what is false? You shade away from the line?
You shade away from the point, yeah. Coming from the line, you shade away from the point. Remember, you don't want to do full shading, put arrows first. So then you could do that final shading at the end. It shades whatever is based off the 0. So if, let's say it falls and the line 0, 0 is below it, you shade away from it, which would be up in that case.
Oh, no. I don't know why that's my.
3 would be -4 over here.
No, but they don't cross. They both go the same direction.
You want to go backwards to see where they cross, and you'll see they'll cross over here. Well, like, you know how you went down 4 right one? You could technically go up 4 left one. And it'll kind of clear to you that it'll cross. You get the lines at least. It's only one of the numbers are negative, so it's down and right or up and left. What's up? I haven't tested it yet, so I'm not sure. I just graphed the lines.
We were.
Yeah.
Where did you get it?
Yesterday.
How'd she get it?
We printed it
out, you know.
because I posted on Google Classroom.
Why is it? Thank you.
Mhm.
So I'm
It's
not
okay.
understanding this. I got the answer I got the answer half right. But isn't it also over here? You wanna like shade it? I know it's like this over here because it
Yeah.
meets up. Why isn't it over here?
You kind of want to extend the lines so they crisscross, so it'd be a little bit more clear to you. Keep going, keep going. So then it's your arrows are still going
So why isn't it like over here like that? Why-
because this is only has one arrow while the other arrow's past it. So you only have this piece right
So
here.
if this was continued to here, let's say.
Now here, there's 2 arrows, so then you could shade there.
Can I help?
So 0, 0.
Can I help?
How come we skipped 6.1?
6.5 were special cases, which we did in 5 minutes. So it wasn't really worth a whole section. We just did more multiplication, elimination.
We're not gonna have any notes.
We have notes on it. It's very simple. It's just when they are the same number, when you do elimination or something like that, they're all real solutions. And they were different numbers, like all the variables get canceled out. That's no solution.
Can I help?
Can you help? Do you need help?
So this test.
All right. hold on. False.
Hey, wait. 6.1, same thing we're just doing now.
6.1. 6.1 is where we actually care where they crisscross. This is actually shading, so they're different type of problems. No, the only thing we did last test was graph a single one and shaded. Now it's 2 of them and where they overlap and shading.
Can I help?
Let me just finish it so then everyone could look at the answer, so that at least they could. Mm-hmm. Oh, here's an extra packet. Are you gonna see her one day? Wait, you're here, Noah. What are you talking about? Why are you talking for her? Fair enough. I feel that. Here you go, Noah.
Mr. Tobel,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Tobel, I can't seem to get number 6 to graph either.
Number which one? Number which one, Gabby?
Number 6.
Number 6? Let me try that afterwards,
Or
okay?
no, not number 6, number 5, number 5.
Yeah.
Let me try that afterwards. So the only overlap seems to be here. Okay. Let me take questions first for this number 8, and then I'll scroll up to number 5 and do that for us. So did anyone have any questions for number 8? Rachel, you had some questions, right?
For number 8, I don't know how to do this. I thought it was like you used to line it up, but I.
Yo, graph 2 lines. You know how to graph 2 lines, right?
Oh, we're just graphing?
Yeah, graph this one, and see where they crisscross.
And then what do I do?
In this case, you just see where they crisscross and circle where they crisscross, and that's the coordinate point. That's the answer.
Oh, wait.
But that's not what we learned.
This is 6.1. We're on 6.6. So you're on a different section.
Yeah.
So this has a different problem.
Oh, but then what's the subtracting thing? Like you line it up and subtract it.
That's elimination.
Wait,
But they're all different methods to
isn't-
solve the same
isn't
type of
literally
problem.
This one you just like literally just graph. it?
Yeah, so like if you were doing this type of problem where there was equal signs, you would just see where they crisscross. So you would circle here, -1, 4.
No, but for 6.1 I'm doing right now. So like what I do, like 3 is the y, so I go up 3, and
3,
down 5, and to the right,
Right
3.
3, yeah.
And then same thing for this one, like down 3, and then
Up
one
1,
to
right
the-
3, yeah.
But then what do I do? Just
Just
graph
keep
it?
going until you see points where they actually flip crisscrossing.
Oh, and then like when they meet, I just like circle where they meet.
Yeah, yeah.
For 6.1.
Yes.
All right, that's easy.
Well, I tried one on my own and I got. Is this if I like just square it like?
Check with the
I
back.
did and it said it's like all the way over here. here, but I only like, I know it's like over here, obviously.
This part
but,
too,
like, What do you mean?
this part right
I
here.
did, but I didn't like, I didn't fully skip over it. As I say, did
I would
this,
give you full
right?
credit if I saw this.
Okay.
All right, what up? All right, so the shading, what? All right, so just to go over the shading, and then I'm gonna go number 5. But do the shading here, you test out 0, 0. Now, you could test out any point, but easy 0, 0 is easy. In this one, because I'm taking this original equation in the light purple here.
I got everything right, except like I don't know where to put the arrows.
Do you know how to shade?
Yeah.
Then
No,
that's
no.
that, you don't know how to shade? So the arrows are just kind of like the precursor to the shading. Like, for example, in the green, right? I got a false. So just look at the red line. Just look at the red line. The green circle is down towards the circle or towards 0, 0. So you see how the purple one was true? So I go right because the circle or 0, 0 is on the right. Not yet. You want to shade it at that.
Is there a way to do it without arrows?
Unless you want to do like really light shading and really light shading and then you darken the most important part. But that's kind of confusing. Like you'll confuse yourself, I think.
I literally got it all right. but I
Not
accidentally
anymore
did
because
it
I'd rather you just do it. The shading matters though. You gotta get it on the right side.
Shading the entire thing, like it's like I did it as positive.
Wait.
Oh, okay. So fix that problem then, all right? Yes.
So am I supposed to take the test on Zoom or in person?
Now, are you coming on Monday for what reason?
I'm having a bar mitzvah, so I'm pretty sure I'm coming.
So you have to make it up later.
Like a different day.
Yes.
So like Tuesday, I could like do it.
Yeah, it'll be in the lunchbox room.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Is it Tuesday for you guys?
We go.
Oh, okay, then it's Tuesday. Did I type in the Google Classroom it was Monday? I think then my 10th graders is on Monday, and I've been telling them Tuesday, so I gotta fix that real quick. That kind of sucks for them. That just sucks for them. All right, so Gabby, I'm sorry to leave you hanging. So we did number 5, right? Are you getting tripped up by this part? Gabby, are you getting tripped up by the x is less than 3? Well, I'll do it anyway. So here we have a situation where its x is less than or equal to -3. So you're just gonna go up and down at x equals -3. When you have x equals or x greater than,
I did it the other way. I did it the other way. That's why.
so that'll fix everything for you. I'm gonna finish up the problem, but I'm happy you see what you did. That's a solid line.
Like I could have.
I can do this for you.
I keep on getting. I don't know why. If I can get it's not working. Number 5. If they
You were saying you happy in DC, right?
You sure, Cheryl?
I'm confused why it's happening.
So today's the day they're supposed to certify the election Friday, and they're not allowed to.
I should have gone all the way to the side of the.
Yeah.
I got an actual solution. I think I just graphed it wrong. I think I keep graphing them wrong.
No solution yet?
No, I didn't. I looked in the answer. I got 2 though. I mean, I got like, I got the.
It crisscrossed there?
Yeah.
No, you messed up the slope. This one shouldn't be going up and right. It should also be going down and left, or down and right. Negative.
Oh, you use this?
Yeah.
You use
So so think about it. A solution is where they crisscross. So what are the 2 lines that don't
You
crisscross?
just graph it just so I can see like how you graph it.
So it's this up 2, and this is -2/1, so down 2, right 1, down two, right one, down two, right one.
I got it right, Elite.
And we gotta line like that, right?
I'm sorry.
And then the other one is -2. And it's still -2 over 1, so down two, right one, down two, right one. Oh, that falls off. Up two, left one, up two, left one.
Graphing it wrong.
You are graphing it wrong because what purposely is happening
Here I
here?
also messed up.
Well, I just want to explain. What purposely is happening here? They're parallel because the slopes are the same. You remember that from the previous chapter? So since they're parallel, that means they never hit each other. So that would be, it is no solution. And this
I
one?
got the wrong two here. I got 2 when it was like 4 something. 4.
All right, so make sure you're doing, when it's -1 over 2, -1 over 2, so down and right, or up and left, okay? So try it again for yourself.
Oh, you go down.
Right, that's fine.
Go down on it.
That is false.
What?
I'm just talking
We
to myself.
both got no solution for the shapes.
Okay. Look how neat. Okay.
Mhm.
So, it's for, okay, so we did x is greater than -3, which is a
Mhm.
horizontal line like that.
Mhm.
Then, look,
Doing it right now.
he is.
So let's just agree, let's see if we agree on each
You're
other.
gonna comment to, you can't do, I did one.
That's fine, you still get the same solution. Because 1, 1 would be here, right? 0, 0 is here, so they're in the same space or quadrant, you could think of it. So 0 is greater than equal to -9, is that true? Yeah, that's true. So we call it towards it, so this one.
Oh, because,
So where is it? Go ahead.
Oh.
no, wait, I messed up stuff.
You got it. This is the only place where they overlap, on the top right. What you're doing is you're drawing your arrows, but make sure to draw it all the way through, even at this little tippy top part here.
Yeah,
Still, oh, so let's say it would be here, but still, where's this?
It's still going this way, so it's over here.
Mr. Tobo.
Cover up this line, don't look at this line.
Mr. Tobo, what
It's
time-
going this way, so here, 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 even here. So right there.
Oh,
What's your test?
Let me check the calendar, but I thought it was Monday.
Mr. Tobel? Mr. Tobel?
Yes, what's up?
Can you check?
We're not learning anything new, right?
I have some.
What's up?
We're not learning anything new right now, right?
No, we're not learning anything now. I just was reviewing some stuff. So what I'm going to do is just stop sharing and stop recording. If you want to go, you're free to go. We're just reviewing.